it? Amy Cook,
Mm-hmm.
Brad Rice, and George were part of that record. I'm not even sure which one it was or whatever.
Yeah.
She was doing a real big push at the time. That's kind of how I met all of them at the same time.
I gotta call Matt real quick, my buddy that I think is bringing a lot of people.
Oh, cool.
Amber said he was downstairs. Poke my head out.
Okay, that's not so bad. Did you? Okay, I was wondering. For sure. Yeah.
Put him on the list too. He's my studio partner.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just let Eric know. You can put whoever you want. I'm not a gatekeeper. Oh. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I realize I'm like. We just went live if you want to share it on anything.
You got a link?
Um,
I don't know how to. Are you sharing on Facebook? Okay. Oh, I just put on Do Not Disturb. That's why I'm not
like,
getting
no.
anything. There we go. Just share it.
Yeah. That's why I sent you the link to the page essentially or whatever, so it should do. All right.
There we go.
What's
Share.
up? All right, I think we're going to get started.
All right. I think it's.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming and hanging with us on Thursday. My name is Bonnie Whitmore, for anybody who's questioning. Who is this lady? This is my residency, and been going strong for a number of years now. I don't even remember it. Like, time doesn't exist anymore. Do you feel that way? Like, the pandemic screwed all of that up.
We're beyond time.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're eternal.
Exactly. It's not linear, man. But this week, my guest is Gordy Quist, which I'm very excited to have him join me. You've been up here before, but that was the before time, so.
That's right.
Yeah.
Back then we had an age. Now we're eternal.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
We were also in the late night slot, which, this is a more reasonable hour for a lot of people. Quick disclaimer for anybody who's new to this space. I love this room, obviously. I've been up in it for a long time. And one of the reasons why it feels like you're just like in a living room and getting to be really intimate with each other, which is a wonderful thing. But I do want to let you know that if you think you're having a intimate conversation, I want to let you know that you're not. You're sharing with the whole class. So just keep that in mind if you don't mind, and we will do our best to entertain you. So, Gordy, will you kick us off?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Do you mind if I play along? we were talking about this the other day because I can't remember who I was saying this to, but we were talking about it was Dustin Welch, and like we all got our start at Momo's, and like that was kind of like the beginning of the Band of Heathens, as I recall.
Yeah, Momo's. Yeah, someone said, "Hey, you're new to town. You need to hang out.
Yeah,
There's a thing happening here," and Momo's is no longer.
I know.
But I really feel like it was a little. There's all these little microcosms of the Austin music community in different places at different times.
That was definitely one. I had Sundays. You guys were Wednesdays.
We were Wednesdays, yeah. And I'm grateful for all that I feel like I learned, and the people, the relationships from that time. It's like it's still active and real, and
Well, that
here
was
we
like
are.
your band of brothers, you know.
Yeah.
It started right
Yeah.
there, so. I feel like you're not really part of the Austin scene until you can say like, "Oh, I remember that place. It's not there anymore." You know, you just missed it.
You have to outlast one club.
Yeah.
Across the land, I'm spoken of, wise as a snake, tame as a dove, just like a wolf in sheep's clothes. Shake the dust off before I go, I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man. I walk the land, never seen before. I'm on a mission, a conquistador. I'll be your slave, I'll be your king. I'll be what you want, be your everything. I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man. Yes, I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man. I got juju beats and a mojo drum. Got a whole lot more where that come from. I'll make a sign, I'll cross your head, make you shake and dance, baby, let's raise the dead. I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man. I'll take your pulse, I'll fix your health, get what you need to save yourself. Might lose your house, might lose your home, give you what you want. Can I forgot the words, put you in the black. I'm gonna shake your bones. Your healer, your dealer, your only one. I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man. Yes, I'm your medicine man. 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 Right. Yeah.
Excellent.
Thanks for playing bass. I don't usually get to have that much fun playing solos on that one. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you,
thank
Matt.
you.
Matt Largent, everybody.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, I always like to think of these things as like a little tongue-in-cheek, little sparring, little fun to be had. But I don't have anything to do with medicine, so to speak. Mine's more along the lines of masochism.
I mean,
which that might be a form of medicine.
You could maybe make the case. Somebody probably would.
Quite possibly. But when I think about it, I always think of this song, and I haven't done it in a really long time, so we're going to see if I can make it through it. But this one's called Wash It Away. I don't know what it is about you. This wanting of flesh leaves me strung out and bruised. You wily coyote with little bites on my neck. I'd cover them all, but it's what I've come to expect. It's an unsatiable appetite. Refuse to commit, though it's not out of spite. Never the presence to do what's quite right, especially when you softly whisper good night. Who's to say what's right for you? We all do what we gotta do. What's really left to stand in the way when in the end we'll just wash it away. Watch me wrap it up in ribbons and bows. Dancing the dancers, the quick and the slow. I'm doing my best to put on a good show. If you do it just right, they'll never know. That was rad, man. I haven't done that one in a while, too, so that was extra fun. Thanks for that.
Yeah, that was impressive. Man. So if we're sparring, there's
Yeah.
2 ways we can. I either try to do something similar, or I go
Completely
hard
different.
left turn
It's
somewhere
It's
else.
up to you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit that reset button. It's all good. Did you ever come up here and do John D. Graham and Friends? No, that's not fair. He stopped doing it, so I basically took up the mantle, so to speak. But he always kind of put it that way.
All right. Let's do this. We're approaching Valentine's Day, so I may break out some
You have
love
some love
songs and
songs?
some oddball, weird love songs. But this one's pretty straight ahead. You say you wanna know how deep my love is. You say you long to hear those words of mine. So I ask, how deep is the ocean? How deep is the color in your eye? A simple glance, your eyes to mine, and I lose my breath and move and wonder. My words fall flat in all my lines, until the tide pulls me under. You say you wanna know how deep my love is. You say you long to hear those words of mine. So I ask, how deep is the ocean? How deep is the color in your eye? So far apart, alone in need. Some hotel keys and long dropped calls. I miss my friends and my family. I'm missing you most of all. You say you wanna know how deep my love is. You say you long to hear those words of mine. So I ask, how deep is the ocean? How deep is the color in your eye? How deep is the color in your eye? you all probably know this, but you know, it's not odd for guitar players to be able to just jump in and join in on someone's song, but
Yeah.
on bass, this is. I know that.
This is why I'm a masochist.
Well,
right?
see, I know this about you, but I just want to publicly acknowledge the wonder that it is that you just kind of pick
thank
up and jam along on the bass.
Well,
Not easy to do.
much appreciated. It's that's how I like to challenge myself every week. But I have to say that I that's one of my favorite ones of yours. And I'm not a big like love song person, as you might know.
Ooh.
What? No. Huh? I do like whistling. I have a whistling song, but I was thinking I could go whistle song, or I could go with the opposite of a love song, which this is actually was on the Whitmore Sisters record we put out last year. And Hurtin' for Letdown? Oh, no. I don't even know. I would. Eleanor actually sings lead on the Ricky one, so I don't typically do it. But always be warned when you befriend a songwriter. This actually goes out to the person who inspired this song as well. But this one's called "Hurtin' for Letdown," and I always like to dedicate it to the sexiest men in the room. And if we're wondering who they are, they're the ones with vasectomies. I was hurting for letdown, just a look that I found. Sad queen in her crown, alone how I rule. I didn't want this to work out, as any fool could see how. It's written in the cards now. I was hurting for letdown. Well, it happened in the moment that I met you. Yet another lesson that I thought I knew. Better to part as friends before the cycle starts again. It's not your fault I broke my heart. That's just what I do. I was hurting for letdown, just a luck that I found. A sad queen in her crown, alone how I rule. I didn't want this to work out, as any fool could see how. It's written in the cards now. I was hurting for letdown. Well, when we first, oh wait, no, what is it? How about you take one? Well, I could tell that you were just my type. Yeah. Deeply unavailable is my plight. If I never cross your mind, well, that suits me just fine. I'm addicted to the heartache. I don't wanna do what's right. I was hurting for letdown, just a luck that I found. Sad queen in her crown, alone how I rule. I didn't want this to It's written in the cards now. I was hurting for a letdown. Just the luck that I found. Side queen and her crown. 'Cause that's how I rule. I didn't want this to work out, as any fool could see how. It's written in the cards now. I was certain for a knocked it right out of tune. See, I keep telling Eleanor we need to put a solo in it, so that just made it hella better.
There you go. Man, let's see here.
I'm actually really glad that I practiced that because we're supposed to perform that at the. Have you done the Ameripolitan Awards?
I have not.
Oh, bless your heart. Neither have I. I have no idea what to expect, except for maybe a lot of people in pleather and leopard print. That's an assumption that I'm making. But Dale Watson.
Sounds fun. Yeah.
Dale Watson puts this thing together, and he invited the Whitmore sisters, and we were going to get up and perform that one, but I haven't sung it in a while because, you know, it's hard to do gigs when the other band members live in a different state. So.
I hear you.
Yeah, I know you do.
Let's see here. So we got a bunch of new material. We got a new record coming out in March with the
Yes.
Heathens. And we're all kind of just figuring out how to, we record these songs in the studio. We typically don't even show the band the songs until the day we show up in the studio, and then we cut them, and then we forget about them for 6 months.
Sounds about right.
Sometimes longer, and then it's time to go out and tour behind them. So then you have to relearn how they go.
So by the end of the tour, you guys are solid.
Yeah, by the last show, it's usually sounding pretty good. And I'm gonna try this one in a weird key, in a guitar that's tuned way different. I don't play it this way. Today I figured out that it's kind of fun in this voicing. So.
My favorite is when you record a song and then decide to just completely do it a different way from then on out. So it never is like the
It's
recording.
never the same. Yeah. That's what the recording's for.
Right, exactly.
Captured it. It's done. I heard we never get dealt more than we can handle, but this might be it. You know we've had our doubts. The flicker of a flame from a dying candle. You said you'd never be the one to put it out. The light I see at the end of the tunnel's either daylight creeping or a fast train coming. Good Lord, have a little mercy, please. It's been a heartless year, but we're still hanging on. Gonna face our fears, we're gonna right these wrongs. I gotta laugh to hold back my tears, crawling from a train wreck, waiting out a heartless year. Guess dishes in the sink, building up resentment, stacks of bills hiding out for weeks. The kids keep asking when it's gonna be Christmas, but I'd be happy with the cold for the heat. The light I see at the end of the tunnel's either daylight creeping or a fast train coming. Good Lord, have a little mercy, please. It's been a heartless year, but we're still hanging on. We're gonna face our fears, we're gonna right these wrongs. I got a lot to hold back my tears, crawling from a train wreck, waiting out a heartless eve. I see at the end of the tunnel's either daylight creeping or a fast train coming. Good Lord, have a little mercy on me. It's been a heartless year, but we're still hanging on. We're gonna face our fears, we're gonna right these wrongs. I got a lot to hold back my tears, crawling from a train wreck, waiting out a heartless year, a heartless year, waiting out a heartless year. The light I see at the end of the tunnel's either daylight creeping or a fast train coming. Thank you.
Was that something that came out of the pandemic?
Yeah, it's kind of the tail end when we realized we were going to survive.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh. I started writing on this monster, and last week I didn't utilize it, and I was mad at myself.
Gotta play that thing.
Yeah. It's a monster. I call it Mick Monster, actually. I probably could have called you. It was been like the only person like, oh, I'm looking for an 8-string bass, and you probably could have pointed me in the right direction.
Probably.
But I was randomly having a conversation with Curtis McMurtry about wanting to look into one, and his dad was like, I have one. You want it? I was like,
Yes.
Can I meet it? Like, they brought it to me, so now I have to call it McMonster because of that, so for the sake of McMurtry.
That's good.
But I love the fact that it has like a string gaff tape on here, like the numbers or whatever, so you know which one to get. It wasn't until recently that I actually realized that they sell like 8-string sets. Like I just was going off of like baritone strings. But anyway, this was the first one I wrote on it, and it's going to be on an EP that I'm going to be putting out later on this year, and it's called "It's What You Do." Future so unclear. Reality ain't a thing you choose. So whether the puppet or the hand that goes up it, we're in this together through and through. 'Cause I what you do. Now we all got problems. Accountability is one that comes down to what defines you. You can stand there in judgment or think you're above it. That only isolates you. 'Cause I want you to give a damn. Rise up, be human. So shut up and listen. Look at what you are missing. Reflect on what's inside of you, yeah. 'Cause I need you to hear me, and I want you to see that joy can be found, but that depends on you. And what you do, you send out the love, breathe in the suffering. No matter what side you're on, it's worth recovering. It's what you do. So shut up and listen. Look at what you've been missing. Reflect on what's inside of you, yeah. 'Cause I need you to hear me, and I want you to see that joy can be found, but that depends on you. What you do is what you do. Thank you.
Can I play that thing?
Yeah,
That looks like too much fun.
it is a lot of fun.
Is it just standard with the octaves?
Yeah, it's like a 12 string guitar, but bass. Here. Yeah, do it.
She got rings on her fingers that shine like mercury. She never paints her nails, she like 'em yellow from a nicotine. You can keep your fashion bag. She like Tito's in a paper bag, falling off her hips, wishing you was in her jeans. She never talked too much, but you know just what she'd say. She got a space in her teeth where she hides her words away. She knows she looking good. She don't care if she's understood. She even talks dirty when she's on her knees to pray. Swinging from a cage, acting half her age. No time for games, she knows just what she needs. Looking for another man, she found me right where I am. I love that sugar, I love my sugar queen. People start talking when she walking on down the street, dropping them jaws with every single one she meets. She likes to get her thrills on the edge of the windowsill. All the people gather round, she coming on home with me. Swinging from a cage, acting half her age. No time for games, she knows just what you need. looking for another man. Yes, you found me right where I am. I love that sugar, I love my sugar queen. Don't you know I love that sugar, love my sugar queen. Swinging from a cage, acting half her age. No time for games, she knows just what she needs. Yeah, she looks so good in fur. You got to hear that pussycat purr. Oh, you know I love that sugar, I love my sugar queen. Swinging from a cage, acting half her age. No time for games, you know just what you need. Looking for another man. Yes, you found me right where I am. I love that sugar, I love my sugar queen. Don't you know I love that sugar, I love my sugar queen. I love that sugar, I love my sugar queen. Yeah. This thing is fun. I see why you were mad at yourself for not playing it last time.
Right?
Yeah,
It's a lot of
fun.
fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a finding the right song for it too, you know. But yeah, anytime you want to, we can talk guitar exchange here, you know. You want to borrow it? Lord knows I've showed up and borrowed a couple basses, I think, from you guys. Thanks, buddy. Speaking of some of these new songs, we actually came and got to hang out for a day in the finishing school and got to record some of these, put some of the finishing touches on these songs that are going to be on the EP. And I don't know if you're like, I'm not even hip to this, so I don't know what I'm going to say hip to, but I'm going to release a song as an NFT kind of thing, or it's going to be attached to that sort of thing. I don't even know. They're telling it something different now, digital something, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I just...
Sounds fascinating.
Tell
Cutting
me
edge.
more. Yeah. Anyway, the only reason I'm bringing it up is because this song is going to be attached to it. So it's a love song I wrote for my sister, actually. I know. It's called Cardiac Disaster. You know, some people say, like, oh, I have mommy issues or I have daddy issues. I'm like, no, I have sister issues. And we've come a long way. Like, I did divorce her at one point in time, and we reconciled. And obviously, we've gotten to a good place because we made a record together finally. And everybody's like, why did it take so long? It's like, you don't know her history. But it was a couple years ago, like, on Valentine's Day, I was like, just got this idea for this song, and I sent it to her, and I was like, happy fucking Valentine's Day. And it goes like this. You are the heartstring that I like to plug. It vibrates out just after it is struck, like sonic pulsing, punching in rewind until the moment where it goes. Boom, whole surrender, a cardiac disaster, tumbling towards me like crash, my devastator, unraveling faster, hitting the reset, unrequited love. So here I go again to a devastating love. I don't think twice, ripped it out, an addict to the drug with suicidal tendencies or a morbid desire. It keeps coming back at me like, whoa, full surrender, especially when it's not mutually the same. But I don't regret it. I'd rather to know than to have never experienced that boom, whole surrender, a cardiac disaster, and tumbling towards me like crash, my devastator, unraveling faster, hitting the reset on whole surrender, a cardiac disaster, tumbling towards me like crash, my instigator, unraveling faster, hitting the reset, hitting the reset on me, quite in love. Hitting the reset on me, quite in love. You're still the heartstring that I like to plug, tethered tightly, can't ever give you up, never give you up, still can't give you up. Thank you.
Now, did you write that one in El Paso with the whole songwriting excursion?
I had that
did
one
you have-
going
you had it
into
ready?
it. Yeah, I'd been sitting on that one
You
for
were-
a minute.
You were prepared.
I did. Well, I did this whole thing where like group of us, and I call it like I called it camp, recording camp or something, because I think the idea was that we were supposed to write songs and record. But and I did. I wrote a couple of songs. I wrote "Run" with Erica Winnerstrom, and then another one with. I can say his first name is Harry, and then if I try to pronounce his last name, I ruin it immensely. But he's incredible, and it was a really beautiful song that we wrote together, so I'm excited about that. I promise I'll actually get the last name down, but I feel like I have dyslexia, and like when things get tongue-tied, I just get really scared, and I don't want to say it, especially when there's a microphone in front of me. It makes it worse.
And you're streaming to millions of people simultaneously. on the web.
Exactly. Like I don't want to mess that up because that's just rude. But have you been out to Sonic Ranch before?
I haven't. I know all about it. One of my good buddies, an engineer, has done a bunch of work out there,
Yeah.
engineering, and here it's pretty magical, pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, and it's also like this essence of like, oh man, a lot of music and a lot of cocaine has been done in this place. As does happen.
So you mentioned a love song for your sister, and you mentioned Valentine's Day. We have a song that is kind of being premiered on Valentine's Day in a few days.
Excellent.
One of the new ones from the new record, and the
Next
craziest,
Tuesday, is it not?
Yes, Tuesday. Valentine's Day, also my youngest daughter's birthday.
Oh, rad. Well, see, I
Valentine's
don't
baby.
care. I never count Valentine's Day because my birthday's 2 days before, and so I would rather celebrate myself.
Way more important. Way
Which-
more important. But yeah, so I wrote this song for my family, kind of my parents, my sister, and my kids, and kind of it's a love song, but it's like a familial kind of idea, but really it's this kind of realization for me at this point, like the midlife thing, the over the hill thing. Like I feel like it's a real, actual hill that you can see down both sides of it. Like you can look back and remember being a kid, and I look at my kids and I remember being their age, and I remember the view of my parents from their age.
Right.
And then I can.
And this giant chasm between when you were that age and where they were, and now that you're there and looking back forward, like I can imagine.
And, well, it doesn't feel that giant. What's
No.
crazy is it feels like it was just yesterday. And,
Yeah.
and then.
But as
and
a
then
kid,
you also,
you're like, holy
yeah.
shit, that's so long. You're so old. And then you're like, no, I'm not.
And then you can also see the like getting older. My
Yeah.
eyes are going, and you're like you
Oh,
start
yeah.
feeling the things that make you feel older, and
I call them the achy breakies.
my wife's grandfather. You know what he says about the whole thing. He says, life is like a roll of toilet paper. Because the closer you get to the end, the faster it goes.
Don't we
And
all know
it's-
that metaphor so
it's-
much better after the pandemic, too? It's like, when you were on that last couple of squares, you know, you were like, oh, shit. How many people invested in a bidet attachment during the pandemic? I'm pro those. I was amazed, like the things that we instantly got used to once we didn't have the normalization anymore. I'm turning 40 on Sunday.
Yes.
So, and I decided that I'm taking myself to Disney World to celebrate. So that's what I will be doing. But that's why I was excited to get the celebration started. Because, you know, you at least get a birthday week.
Absolutely.
So we are smack dab in the middle of mine.
Absolutely. I love it. You're going to have a blast.
I'll tell you all about it when I get back.
I have a really good bidet story too.
Oh,
but I
yes, you do.
I won't tell it right now.
Those,
Yeah.
I know. Okay, so
That's
seriously
for later.
though,
That's for later.
that has something. But I am so jealous of that gift. That is a good gift.
It's a good gift.
That was a really good gift. Toto, right?
Toto, yeah, they're good. The Japanese.
If you know, you
figured
know.
out.
Is it something I can sit in on?
This one might be a little weird. Well, totally up to you. Totally up to you. So this song it's on the New Heathens record. It's not out yet, but there's the craziest thing happened to me today with this song. You know, we're working on the rollout of how it's going to come out. It's going to be premiered on Tuesday by a national magazine. It's a really good premiere spot, and we last minute. We have this guy who does our digital promotions. He's really great. He works like the social media stuff for us, and he's really smart. And he comes up with these great rollout plans. And he said, "Why don't we make a music video for this song?" And I was like, "It's coming out in like a week." And he was like, "Well, we'll crowdsource it, and we're gonna ask all of your fans to send in photos of their loved ones, their parents, their kids, their siblings. And if you want, you can attach a message to it or just send in the photos." And he's like, "I'll put it all together and make a video." And I think he was thinking it would be this kind of lighthearted Valentine's Day release thing. And
Depends on the fan base.
well, so it's amazing. I saw the first draft of the video today, and like I couldn't like hold back the tears. It was like powerful what everybody's been through, and just the I don't know. It was beautiful. We got like 400 photos. So he was like, he said he had room for 80. And he was like, okay, I'm trying to use at least one photo from each person. And he put together this amazing music video. It's so cool. And it's all from photos from people who send stuff into us.
That's
and
rad.
So
So that's
I can't
coming out
wait.
on Tuesday.
Tuesday it's going to come out.
Great.
I think he's going to do one more like edit on Monday. So it's going to be like right up to
Right
the
up
wire.
to the wire. I love it.
But, anyway, super excited about it. But here's the song. It's called All That Remains. Papa, now I know why you had to go away. Tomorrow calls, collecting on today. The apple falls, running from the tree. Mama, now I know how you gave us everything, but at the time it felt like it was free. 'Cause as a child, time don't cost anything. just a flash. Gone just like shattered glass, broken from the pain. All that remains is love. And sister, now I know all you've had to do. If only we could trade each other's shoes, I'd walk a lifetime to know what you've been through. And child, I hope you know what you mean to me. With children of your own, you know exactly what I mean. The circle turns eternally. Time rolling right on past. We're gone in just a flash. Gone just like shattered glass, broken from the pain. All that remains is love. All that remains is love. All that remains. All that remains. All that remains. Thank you.
All right. Those internet folks, go check that drop on Tuesday. That'll be rad. I can't wait to hear the new record.
I can't wait to put it out.
I know, isn't that funny? It's always great to record it. Releasing it sucks. I'll let you know that just firsthand. It's like the worst case scenario sometimes. But then when it's out, it's like, oh, thank God. And then you have to do it again.
You know, we're actually doing, for the first, the band started doing residency shows at Momo's 17 years ago. Shockingly, it's been 17 years.
That means I've known you for that long.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A number I don't want to think about.
Yeah, it's the roll of toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's going fast. But we are doing a residency again for the first time, because Ed, one of the guys in the band, he lives in North Carolina, so it's not easy for us to just always do the weekly thing. And so we're doing a weekly thing. We're doing Wednesdays at Seaboys. Starting the last Wednesday in February, leading this month. Wow, that's like a few weeks away. Yeah. And then we're doing 4 of them, and then the 4th one will be the heart of South by Southwest, and that, I think the next day or 2, the record comes out that week. So, yeah, if y'all come to Seaboys on Wednesdays, once we get that going, should be fun.
That'll be really fun. Yeah, that was just such a integral part of me getting into the Austin music scene was definitely at Momo's.
Yeah.
I've been having too much fun. I haven't been paying attention at all. In fact, one of your bandmates is in the Western Union that's playing after.
3 of my
3 of them?
bandmates.
Oh my God, is it really? Holy shit.
Yeah.
You changed out some some guards here.
Yeah. John Fogerty stole our rhythm section, so we got an upgrade. We got some pretty awesome guys. Clint Simmons and Nick J.
Right
of Western Union Man fame.
I see. Yes, I get it.
No, it's been fun playing with those guys. It's been awesome.
Well, I mean, that's always been kind of like the fun thing about the bands, like the Band of Heathens in general. Is like it's just always been like, even if somebody leaves and does something else, you guys have just always like found another brother to bring into the mix and jam with, and that's really badass.
I feel pretty fortunate.
Yeah.
And we're still friends with all the guys that leave the band.
That's
all
the best.
on good terms.
That speaks highly, actually. I've been in love with this song lately, and I just keep wanting to do it. This is another of the Whitmore sisters tunes, and Eleanor helped me out with this one a bit. And it's called "Superficial World of Love," and I blame it on my mother for this particular tune, not because of the sentiment of the song so much, but I don't know what your musical upbringing was, or if your parents are very supportive of what you do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are. They're fans and brought me up on the good stuff. Beatles,
yeah,
Dylan, Stones.
Yeah. We were required to play music in our family.
I didn't have that.
No. My dad had a band called Daddy and the Divas growing up. And we came by that name honestly because my mom is a classically trained opera singer, and she would drag us, my sister and I, never my dad. He always managed to get out of it. But she would take us to operas all the time when we were kids, and I had to say, like, at the time I did not appreciate it. Whereas now I'm like, I see the influence of that and of her. On what I do, and this is an example of such things. So, if you want to meet my parents, they'll be here next Thursday. Yeah, they'll be here next Thursday and be hanging out. And I'll use this opportunity to also tell you my guest next week is Tao, and she gets to go by one name. But you may have heard of her band, the Tao and the Get Down, Stay Down. So I'm excited that she's going to come and be my guest next week. So yeah, every week, different guest, but it's still me. So thank y'all so much for coming and participating tonight. I'm seeing a lot of new faces, and so I'm grateful for you coming in and hanging with us and celebrating with us. So here's a bummer jam for you. It took me such a long time to let go of needing your touch. Now I understand you felt that I needed too much. Holding on to hurt only made it worse. Why do I need a crutch? I guess I seem frustrated, so let me take a deep breath. Nobody's at fault, I know it's not what you intend. But when I say forever, never say never, what I really meant was the impression you left on me, it was permanent. Some bright morning when the war is over, we'll go riding and with shining armor for a see how I'm worthy. I question what's good for me. I doubt myself. If you're barely held together, tether or to sever, I could not make a sound. Sometimes you'd rather disappear than say things that you fear out loud. Some bright morning when the war is over, we'll go riding in this shining armor for a world that's mostly superficial. I hope you will still consider all the ways that we can build together, as long as we do the work together. We don't have to be a one and only. Please, my love, say you remember It took me such a long time to let go of needing your touch. It's all my mom's fault. So come next week. You can meet the mama in real life.
At first, I thought you were saying your parents were your musical guests next week.
No, I wish
was like,
that
go
they
see
were.
Daddy and the Divas,
I
like
didn't know.
reunion
I
tour.
did not know that they were coming until after I'd asked Tao. But I did a show with her in L.A. With Tao last month for the Lantern Tour. Have you ever done anything with those? They do a lot of work for refugees specifically, and it was a really, really wonderful show, and there was great people that were part of it. Isme and Gabby Marino was on the bill, and the Whitmore sisters are part of it. And I was sitting next to Tao, and she's kind of like an alien. Like, just the way that she plays and the songs that she writes, they're like completely like sort of avant-garde in like the most wonderful and beautiful way ever. But I was just like, I couldn't stop just like watching her perform. It was really cool. So.
Otherworldly.
Yeah, definitely.
That's cool.
Yeah. But she has a song called Temple that was like her mom. It was a song about her mom fleeing Vietnam, and that whole kind of thing, and just like knowing the story beforehand. And then I was also, she wanted us to sing along, so we had the lyrics with us too. And so just like having all of that was just like, wow, I thought I had bummer jams, but no.
So I hate to say this, but this one is a sing along.
Ooh.
We're gonna go there, but it's not until the very, very end of the song. It's like the outro.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna get through most of it, and then there's an outro, and I need everyone to join me for the outro. Okay. One more trip around the sun. Another year has come and gone. look around, I don't feel old, but the clock keeps ticking like a wrecking ball. Set 'em up, knock 'em down, a hard one gone, got kicked around. Get back up and down again, life's a sweet and bitter blend. Here's the good times yet to come, one more trip around the sun. Faster than the day is long, on a bullet from a gun. Lots of things I should have said, forgive me please, I got a one-track head. My shotgun rider, my only one. One more trip around the sun. Standing in the same two shoes, it's the same frame looking from a different view. Found our way down a twisted path, turned around, but there's no way back. Can't believe how long it's been. Looking back, it didn't feel so quick. Seems like we're standing still, but the clock keeps turning, can't stop the wheel. Here's the memories, here's the love. One more trip around the sun. Here's the memories, here's the love. One more trip around the sun. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bonnie. Happy birthday to you.
So sneaky.
Gotcha.
It was. I think you missed it. I think that was the part of it right there. Hey, 40. I'm okay with it. I feel like everybody's living longer these days. You know, like 40 is the new 30s, and I'm all about saying fuck it at this point in time in my life too. Like I want to not give any more fucks, and I feel like that's what 40
happens
really.
in your 40s.
Yeah. When have you hit 40?
A few years ago.
Few years.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just a baby. Just kidding.
A couple.
nice
Actually, I
not to be.
misspoke. A couple years ago.
Yeah,
A couple years ago.
I was like, you're not that much older than I am. I just don't believe it to be true. I know. I can get away with it. I make that joke because I feel like that's my dad. When Eleanor and I were no longer part of the band, you know, we'd often done his own thing, and he started writing these more risque tunes that. Like, the first one was, she puts the T and A in Texas. So it started there, and it got progressively worse. And it was just basically to the point where, like, we won't play these songs with you, Dad. We're like, you can do them. It's fine. We're just not going to stand on stage branding ourselves with these songs. No. So they're in their 70s now, but they still sing because he goes, I can still get away with 60. He wrote a song that is like 10 times more perverse than In Spite of Ourselves, called We're Having Sex in Our 60s, and it's a duet with my mother. Yeah. Again, they'll be here next week, so so yeah, it's actually kind of a wonderful thing when people do meet my parents and they're like, oh, it's not your fault. We see exactly where this comes from. So hopefully that helps explain this next song I'm about to do and why I even went as far as putting a record title called Fuck with Sad Girls. It's inspired by this song. This is a sing-along as well, if you're into it. It's also, there's an interpretive dance to it. Which, Mitch, I think you're the only one that knows it at this point in time. Kathy's like, nope, not doing it. I mean, it seems very intuitive, but I think that's just in my brain. Do you have any interpretive dance songs? That you
I
know
thought you
of?
were going to ask me if I had any interpretive dance moves. But the answer to both is no. No.
It's really easy. It's no one really wants to fuck with sad girls. Okay, here we go. She looks through the rear view. While the rest just seem to pass her by. Always watching the world through the corner of an eye. She sits like a bird just about to fly. But no one really wants to fuck the sad girl. No one wants to see the cracks, the See, I can whistle too, sort of. You were so much better at that than me. That is a talent. Middle fingers up, please. So here's to the fucking rear view. See you later, 30s. Whatever helps you to never die tonight. Here's the sing-along part. No one really wants to fuck with sad girls. No one really wants to fuck with sad girls. No one really wants to fuck with sad girls. Keep it going. Be a sad girl. Be a sad boy. Sad girl. Sad girl. Be a sad boy. Sad girl. Sad girl. Be a sad girl. Be a sad girl. 'Cause no one really wants to fuck with sad girls. Ah. So I've always had that like fun time at the merch table. Somebody always likes to come up to me and be like, "Just so you know, I do fuck sad girls." Which I very much appreciate, but also that's not exactly what the song's about. Like, sort of missing the point there, buddy. But that's okay. All right, take us home, buddy.
Oh, man.
We got time for one more.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, this is another one of those, the fork in the road.
Yeah, which way do you
can't-
go?
I gotta go hard the other direction. I can't.
I mean,
I don't know what to do.
you don't have any songs about depression? Just,
You know, I don't-
you this is your outro, so like
I
you
was gonna
do
go
you.
the other direction.
Okay, I like that.
Check
I like
this
that.
out. But I'm gonna do one that's it's a song that's not recorded and not out anywhere.
Okay.
I think I was trying to write a romantic song for my wife for either I think it was an anniversary that I didn't have a gift for.
That is such a good I always like to ask this, like, do some of the songs get you out of trouble? Maybe I should ask her. Sorry, put you on the spot.
Probably not.
Probably
it doesn't
not.
really work. It's like
No.
lost its luster
Yeah.
at this point.
Well, I've known some friends that like they say that it sometimes it gets them back in the door and sometimes it doesn't. So
All right, so this one did not turn out really romantically like I was like sometimes you sit down you have an idea
yeah.
and then you start writing a song and it goes a totally different direction and you either try to force it into your original idea or the wiser choice is just to like follow it wherever
yeah.
it goes and let it be what it wants to be.
But then you have to like make the explanation though when you're like, so this is what I did for your present.
Yeah.
Don't read into it.
Yeah. And we've known each other since we first met when we were 13.
Oh wow.
And I don't think she remembers meeting me, but I remember meeting her. And
She definitely made an impression.
and so this song was about the first time we met at a baseball game. It's okay. red clay burning in the grass so green. Under the lights I was just 13. There's a cute little girl in the stands again. When she showed up, we'd always win. A lucky charm, a shot in the arm. She put her backs to the wind. The coach's son was a star of the team, the starting pitcher and the home run king. And everybody knows that he's going steady, with a cute little girl in the stands so pretty. But we didn't care, we couldn't help but stare. There was love in the air. Swinging for the fences, strike one, almost connected. I'm coming home soon, little league love, I'm swinging for you. I got my eye black on and my big league chew, sunflower seeds in a Mountain Dew. I pick up some dirt and I spit on my hands, feeling uneasy in my skin-tight pants. It was an awkward time, but down the first base line, she was up in the stands. Swinging for the fences, strike two, I almost connected. I'm coming home soon, little league love, I'm swinging for you. With dreams of getting past second base, a teenage boy will do anything. Bottom of the ninth with the runner on first, down by one, we're gonna break the curse. The count was full and the air was tense, but the pitcher couldn't break my confidence. So I dig in my cleats, I take a look to the seats, and I point to the fence. Swinging for the fences, at last I finally connected. I'm coming home soon, little league love, I'm swinging for you. A little league love, I'm swinging for you.
Gordy Quist, everybody!
Bonnie Whitmore, y'all. Thanks, Bonnie, for having me.
Y'all stick around. Western Yurkin's up next. And y'all, don't forget Dominic behind the bar. He's making sure we're all having a good night. So thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. Much love.